is though, what if you're not even physical at all? What if it's just good conversation and it's just something emotional, something spiritual, something intimate, which is so much better than sex.
Most guys can't handle it.
But you know what? Some can. Some can play that game so deep to where they get into that intimacy and it scares them. So they start acting like dumbasses and say, wow, I'm getting in a little too deep. This is getting crazy. This is something for real. What the fuck do I do? Okay, well, I don't know what to do. I'm scared, so let's just make it to a halt. That's what I've experienced every single time. It's a never-ending story. And yeah, there you go. You might say, well, the reason why y'all girls go through the things y'all do is because the guys you choose. Half of the time, I'm approached. I don't choose. They approach me.
I mean, whether or not, even if he approaches, you have to let him in. And I see some girls walking by and I'm like, dang, I want to talk to them. And this would be my strategy exactly. Some chick walks by. Hey man, what's her name? Beverly. Beverly, where's she stay? Fox. Alright, then what's she do? Golfer. Saying she play golf. Facebook. She likes this movie, this movie, this movie, this movie, this movie.
Tell me about
She likes Pirates of the Caribbean.
Tell me about this.
Same thing.
One random day, hey Beverly. And you know I gotta keep it smooth, so it's like, I don't even use it on these chicks at Mars Hill. So I sit here and, hey, excuse me, miss. I really like those earrings you have on. Where'd you get them? And it's like, that's not what I was expecting to hear. That's what she thinks. Like, you know, say something like how I look or something like that. My ear, I got them from Sears. They're $95. Dang, $95 for some earrings? Yeah, I really like them. I really like them on you. By the way, my name is Nick Landis. What's your name? Beverly Mitchell. Hey, Beverly. It's a pleasure to meet you. What year are you? I'm a freshman. Freshman? Really? What year are you? Because I know she's going to ask me that back because it's just simple for strangers to be courteous at the beginning. And then I say, I cut it right there. I don't let her know too much about me. I'll see you later, Beverly. Now, when I walk through the streets, I can say, hey, Beverly. Oh, hey, Nick. And I say, listen, Smallville comes on tomorrow at like 8 o'clock. You watch that show? I know she does because I've been on Facebook. Yeah, I watch that all the time. But listen, a couple of folks are hanging out. You should bring some friends. Come by. She comes by now, brings her friends. Then I share them with my buddies. And they're like,
I share with my buddies.
She brings 3 friends, and I say, hey man, come up here. Hey, bring them too. And then, I pull out my George Foreman grill I'm not supposed to have. And then I bring out my hot pot for cooked noodles that I'm not supposed to have. And then I set out some Gatorade, I set out something to drink, or I pull out some Hypnotic. Then they're like, sip, 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 sip. And then it's chilling. Let me walk you back. Oh, this man's such a gentleman. Hey, baby, I like chilling with you tonight. Maybe I might sit outside, have a deep conversation with her, just for a minute. Then I send her back in. Then she comes back, and we're having a long conversation, and them.
Shamaya, you okay?
You know.
What I'm saying is, this approach comes from people who are not looking for a relationship. If it was really down and it was really like, dang, this chick I really want to get to know, they treat you like you've never been treated before, like you're special. But, you know, it's so easy when people run in game that this is a nice guy. Man, you can't look for nice guys. You gotta look for the great guy. Because women get approached all the time. Women have been getting approached ever since they started getting breasts. I just turned 12 and maybe I'm showing a little bit, guys start hollering at you. And you've been hearing the same stuff for the rest of your life, it's, dang, Shawty fine. Da 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 da. What's your name? Hey girl, come here. Come here. Hey Shawty, come here. All day long. Dang, she got a fat one. All day long. You been hearing that for years. Years. But you gotta hear it from the dude that treats you like a lady. That says, excuse me, what's your name? Jessica. Jessica Nick Landers. Da 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 da. And I might say, I heard you sing. Yeah, I sing a little bit. Is that like your major? Yeah, I'm a vocal major. What's your major? Business major. Oh, really? Yeah. By the way, I do music production. You might want to come by and check that out. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to bring it to my room because that's personal. You don't feel safe with me yet. So I say, you know what? I can bring something by to your room. Da, 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 you can check it out. Then you got your roommate in there with you. You bring all the other girls in there with you. So everything is cool. You're not going to try something in my own room. That must be crazy. See? And then I do that smooth approach. But I think in her instance, her being so nice is just, I wouldn't say it's right to assume that all guys are dogs. I wouldn't say that's right. Guys do think with their other head.
Well, do you think that particular person was wrong in what how they did it, knowing how nice she was? In any aspect of the situation, do you think that they were wrong? My point.
No, I like to say that again, that most guys have a heart. We don't set out to intentionally hurt girls in most instances. I very rarely come across some dude like that or tell me stories of something like that. It's just guys that are young can't be tied down. Particularly if you've been in a past relationship where you have been tied down, where you, in a relationship, you have to compromise, you have to give up some things sometimes, and over a period of time, that person can be on the other half of you. And when something like that goes away, it's like a part of yourself leaves, and you have to fill that in. And maybe, in some of those instances, you may see some of those characteristics of that other person in another person that comforts you. So, you spend time hanging out, everything's cool, the conversation is stimulating, and you know, a lot of times there's nothing wrong with it. I've had plenty of conversations, just conversations, plenty of girls over a period of months. I wasn't trying to holler at them, it was just, I like to talk to them. So, but the rationale here is that it's two different people. One person could be thinking, wow, I really like the conversation. The other person could be thinking, wow, I really like the conversation. Are they single? Maybe I really try to get with them. And the other person will only be thinking, I just like the conversation. So while he or she approaches it as just conversation, and this is all great, this is all good. The other could be, I'm going for this. And when he or she catches on to what's going on here, then it's basically miscommunication. And you know, during miscommunication, it's normal for people to take time away to figure things out, or sometimes some people just outright bold with it. But I think a lot of people just don't know how to deal with conflict, particularly in a relationship where people are emotional, people have feelings, and no one likes to be hurt. But I mean, it's all about communication. You gotta convey your thoughts to this other person about, hey, you know what, I didn't mean to mislead you. I was really here just for conversation. You know, I enjoyed it. I love talking to you. I love hanging out. Da 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 da. Other person is, yeah, I really love the conversation. In fact, my heart was getting into it, and I really started to care for you more than just a friend. And I couldn't tell you that because I didn't know how you felt. And, you know, da 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 da. But if you don't talk, if you don't go through this process, then it's just this animosity of, dang, all these girls trying to get at me when this is all I want, or all these niggas trying to get at me, but you know, maybe I'm too nice. I just let them come in here and run up on me. But it's communication, and you gotta let other people know how you feeling. Otherwise, how can you complain? But unfortunately, for a lot of women, there are guys, selfish guys out there, football team, lacrosse team, baseball team, that are they're just out there to hit it and quit it. And you know, that's sad for women that they gotta be guys like that. But I mean, it's dating, and it's women have to realize that they have the power. If the men are coming for this, make them work for it. The game only works if you play the game with them. If you created the game, which women have, I mean, guys don't have vaginas. We just don't. But yet, we devise strategies and tactics to invade this territory. But women have the power. You can literally bring a guy to his knees. Women, as soon as they realize this, they can control the world. But unfortunately, women have been wired to be emotional, to be feeling beings. And, you know, some nice words here, some compliments there, just seem like really inviting. And in some circumstances, say a girl who grew up and everyone told her, you're not beautiful, da 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 da. Even her parents may have said she's not beautiful. Maybe she was ridiculed in high school, picked on because maybe she had braces and classes and, I don't know, like pigtails and hair was nappy, something like that. But then I'm willing to bet 100 times to 1 that if a guy came up to her and told her she was beautiful, said, I think you're really intelligent, I love your style, I love everything about you, I love the way you think, then she'd be ready to give him everything. And she's just a victim of circumstance, but she has to be present in her own mind and knowing what she's doing, that this is what he could be doing, but unfortunately she has no previous experience to go upon. Now, in the other instance, I check both myself and other people. I mean, there's a difference between being nice and a pushover. And the difference is, nice people are generally, they put others before them. They're always seeking to help somebody else in some kind of way. And when confronted with conflict or say, you know, deceiving gentlemen, you know, nice people generally, they have a way of being tactful, of saying, this doesn't work with me, you're invading my space, you're violating my mind, the way I think, my personality, and I don't agree with it. But being a pushover is where you're being too nice, is where you concede, you step back and you let people keep taking from you. It's all right to have an open hand that gives. But this open hand can also take. And that's the difference between being nice and a pushover. It's taking what's yours, and it's all about being, you live one time. And I mean, there are certain things in life that you have to give up. Sometimes it may be the thing you want most. But there's certain things you gotta take in life. And if people keep taking from you, it's because you let them, but also because maybe you're not taking enough in your own life. So, that's what I feel about it.
Okay. I would like to be, for the record, I didn't pay him to say this. And I like Nick not to increase his ego, because he tells the truth. He tells it like it is. It may be ugly, but I'd rather hear an ugly lie than an ugly truth than a clean lie. Pretty lie. Thing you have to say? That's not Shemaya. Did we?
I think I'm good now.
Okay. Y'all keep me in room around one that I'm doing the making of.
So here we go.
It's